And we're back.
Ho, 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 we are getting closer, aren't we, Dan, to
We
that
are.
merry season.
Well, the merry season is here. It's the day.
Yes.
The big day.
Yeah.
And it's coming.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Christ, we've got like 12 days to Christmas?
Literally.
It's the 12-day countdown.
Yeah, of course it is. I can't believe that we're here.
It's incredible,
I can't believe it. So, Tommy, that means now, of course, we are off air. We're talking about what we are doing this week, and that is Thursday, the 19th of December.
Yes.
You're taking me out of my comfort zone and into yours.
Me and producer man Steve are taking Dan in a place that he hasn't been for over 6 years.
No way.
The cinema.
Has it really been 6 years?
Since The Incredibles 2 came out? Yeah, but we're not telling them what we're taking you to see because we are going to be talking about that so much next week.
I can't wait. It's actually, if you could pick the ideal film to go to the cinema,
Yep.
it would be that one.
It is, yeah.
So, and they're only showing it one time.
And it's also going to be a first-time viewing for producer man Steve. So, like, me and you get to introduce Steve to this movie
to a
that
classic.
Is beloved by so many, including me and you.
And I'm going to arm you with a taser, so if I do fall asleep, you can solve that problem,
Little
right?
zap, yeah.
Yeah, a little zap on the shoulder.
I'll just start throwing popcorn at you, So.
Daniel, wake up.
No, I'm really looking forward to that.
When I wake up, I'll go... little inside joke there. Right, okay, so Tommy, today, of course, we are talking about another film altogether. Now, this was one of my favourite films until I unfortunately overwatched it.
Right.
When you overwash something, you can ruin it. It's
You
like
can.
a shirt.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice and bright. You gotta make it last. Still has a very, very solid place in my heart. Still a great watch. And of course, it's still something I do recommend very highly today. So one of those other rare occasions, which you've done very well at this whole year, of giving me films that I've also seen with you.
Yeah.
You've not meant to do it, but you have ended up doing that.
A lot of it, like the stars have just aligned.
They have.
You know?
They absolutely have. So this is another film that obviously I've seen.
Yeah.
So it makes that all that bit. It's just all that more special for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a natural progression. I think that we started with the month with Bad Santa, which isn't really that good of a film.
So it was bad.
Yeah, pretty much. And then we went on to It's a Wonderful Life last week, which was a major step up. I think I gave Bad Santa 2.5 stars out of 5, and then I gave It's a Wonderful Life 4 stars out of 5. So naturally, we need to progress.
We do. We need to go up.
Either stay the same or go up. There is no going back up from this point on, and there certainly isn't any going back after what we're going to talk about next week.
There can't go any physically higher, which is why we've got a week off.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Spoiler alert, 30th.
Yeah.
We ain't going to be here.
No, yeah. Spoiler alert.
What are you going to do on your day off, by the way?
What, on New Year's Day?
Yeah.
I'll see what movies are on.
It's actually not New Year's Day. It's not even New Year's Eve. It's the 30th.
Yeah. I'll just see what's on.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah, New Year's Eve.
You're just gonna sit in front of the telly.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
I'll
I'll adapt. But for today, Dan, again, a film that you said you got sick and tired of because you watched it so much.
I know, I've ruined it for myself.
I need to call it what it's called on Letterboxd. I should have advised you of that before you titled this video. To be fair, we are going to be talking about the 2000 film How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Better known as, at the time,
in the UK,
it's
just known as The Grinch.
Just known as The Grinch.
Yeah.
Why did they change it recently? You're gonna unpack it.
Yeah.
You don't know the reason.
I actually don't fully know the reason. I think it's just an American. It's quite simply just the Americans call it How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and us Brits call it The Grinch.
Well, it's because of all these streaming services as they merge worldwide. Yeah. It's that, and it coincided just before the release of the 2018 animated version of this film with the same title, which is just called The Grinch.
It's like when the Avengers came out, the first Avengers film. It was called Avengers Assembled. Avengers Assembled over here, because back in the 60s we had a British spy TV show called The Avengers. So to save confusion, that's why they called it that. So maybe it was a similar thing here, I don't know. But yeah, Dr. Seuss and his marvellous imagination invented a short story back in 1957 about a grouchy green creature who lived above a town that adored everything about Christmas.
I didn't know Steve had a film.
Yeah, Bar humbug to him.
He's not here to defend himself. So.
Absolutely. Well, as far as I know.
He's not here, don't worry.
But yeah, this film was a difficult sell to turn into a live action film, but boy does it deliver. First off, casting Jim Carrey as the titular villain/hero of the story was nothing short of brilliance. His improv, facial expressions, and Sean Connery-inspired speech are all gifts sitting under that film's metaphorical Christmas tree, in my opinion. Makeup artist Rick Baker, best known for his work on An American Werewolf in London, which is a film that we have spoken about on this channel.
About that, yep.
Me and Steve love that movie. He designed the look of the Who's and the Grinch himself. Jim Carrey had to be buried alive in this costume over 100 times during production, and it took roughly 8 hours to apply each day. Can you imagine putting up with that?
8 hours a day.
You had to sit still for 8 hours. You think it's tough sitting still for 2 hours?
That is actually a major issue when you consider how much time they need to spend actually in front of the camera, on the stages, doing all the work. That is draining.
The stress became so much for Carrey that the producer hired a Navy SEAL op who was qualified in training people on how to endure torture, which led to Carrey chain smoking, listening to the Bee Gees, and overall changing his pattern every hour to keep it together. That's literally like what. So they had to get like a Navy SEAL in to train him how to endure torture to put up with this makeup.
That is insane. And you know what? Someone like Carrey is absolutely perfect to go.
Because his mind's always racing, isn't it? He's a comedian, so.
And he's also, let's not elude from the fact, he is really damn well good, talented.
Yes, yeah. He's one of the greats. He's like, I know some people who would disagree with me on that because they don't like Jim Carrey, but I like Jim Carrey.
He's fantastic.
He's great. At its heart, this is a Scrooge type story. What with there being someone who initially hates Christmas due to its relevance to a dark time in his life, and by the end of the film, discovers his love and joy for the Christmas period and how it's meant to inspire such hope each year. The character of the young Whoville girl, Cindy Lou, is the link to the plot in that she both wants people to understand the real meaning of Christmas and wants people to give the Grinch a chance. The theme of Christmas not just being about presents, parties and pretty lights is something very relevant as well, as a lot of people today maybe don't realise the real meaning of Christmas that this film so heavily conveys. Spending time with those you care about, which is what the people of Whoville become to the Grinch in a way. So to close, Dan, this film is a joy to watch each Christmas, as I remember seeing it in theatres when I was 5 and still enjoying it today at 25 plus. The themes are strong, the comedic performance of Jim Carrey is unmatched, and the visual style that director Ron Howard brought to the screen is a very original execution, I've got to say. So I'd also like to add, I wrote this review back on the 7th of December 2020, so this was during the first lockdown, the dreaded years, the dark years for us.
The dark years, yeah.
Yeah, so back then I was watching movies just to, inspire hope, to persevere through what we were through.
You were quite bored, weren't you?
Very bored.
You were very bored.
Yes. But, it gave me a chance to check out a lot of movies, and this was one of them. Well, I mean, I'd grown up watching it, but it was nice to rewatch it and watch it again through the eyes of a grown-up instead.
And in HD.
Yes,
probably the first time as well. Makes you appreciate the artwork more, actually.
Yeah.
There are little things like that can really help with it. And, it's one of those films. I mean, the cast, again, going back to the cast.
Yeah.
I don't think they could have done any better than what they did there.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the girl from Spy Kids in there as well. I don't know what order they came out. I think this came out afterwards.
Yeah.
And then you have, obviously, the guy that plays the dad.
Yeah.
What's the dad's name? Lou?
Yeah, Lou who? Yeah. Lou who? Isn't it?
Lou who?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And of course you've got the jealousy going on with Betty and the neighbour,
which is all fun.
It's a lovely part of the family. And
yeah.
You've got a lot of side stories happening with the car crash when she takes the traffic lights. I just love moments like that in the film. And of course my favourite part, the standout mention to Max.
Yes. Max.
When he's dancing around to the song
Oh, Max.
Christmas is coming to the dogs, don't he? He's having his own little celebration and he just gets thrown out like that.
I just like it when he goes, when he wants to grab Max to make him into a reindeer, and he runs off, and he goes, "Oh, Max!" and he just shouts it, and it's so electrifying.
It
You know,
did
it's
make me
before-
feel really queasy watching him eat glass, though. That was just too much. But
and it's something to bear in mind. Every grown-up can relate to the Grinch on some level in this film. Am I just eating because I'm bored?
yeah,
Perhaps I could use a little social interaction.
yeah.
If I can't find something nice to wear, I'm not going. It's just
Me to a T. Me
yeah,
to a T.
yeah,
And
yeah.
even the checking of the voicemail where there's no calls.
Yes, yeah, yeah. I forgot about that.
And a lot of people, they wonder that message that he does play back.
I'll hunt you down and gut you like a fish.
A lot of people have asked me what that is. I can exclusively reveal that is outgoing, folks. That's what we call an auto dialer.
Yes.
An old piece of technology where you'd record a message and it would dial a load of local phone numbers, which it gets the locality of your phone based on your own phone line.
Yep.
And it would then dial out and play that message. That message was indeed the Grinch himself. It was not an incoming message.
Yep.
So a lot of people don't really understand that part of the film. Just thought I'd fill it in with some technical detail there, or some technical hoo-hoo.
Dan, half the audience are asleep right now.
Hey, it's like me in the cinema. But yeah, all in all, a great film. I'd love to go through that shoot, the network of the, which.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That
that's cool.
looks like a lot of
And
fun.
I also got to give a shout out to probably my favourite scene, which is when he's looking through his diary and he's going, 4 o'clock, wallow in self-pity. 4:30, stare in the abyss. 5 o'clock, solve world hunger. Tell no one. 5:30, jazzercise. 6:30, dinner with me. I can't cancel that again.
Someone actually put that in their Google Calendar and shared it as made it as a public calendar.
And then he
Christmas
goes,
Day.
7 o'clock, wrestle with my self-loathing. I'm booked. I just like it's just so self-aware, and I really like that.
But it just adds to that relatability, because there are some people that the social aspect of Christmas can be too much for some, and again, the Grinch is relatable in that area too.
Yes.
And when it comes to it, and it boils down to it, actually, it's not as bad as it is, and you can do it. It's got everything.
Yeah,
It's got everything.
It does
It's got
have
that,
everything.
It's got that family charm. It's got those ups, those downs. It's really got that underground soul to it.
I do have a
so
Christmas movies list ranked, so let's just see where the Grinch hails on that list.
Your
'cause-
list.
Yeah, on my list of Christmas movies ranked, it's my third favourite Christmas film.
Oh.
Behind Home Alone at number 2, and then number 1 is what we'll be talking about next week.
Yeah. I was going to say, I was curious as to what else is on that list. Run me down from 10 to 2.
Okay, so from 10 is Elf.
Okay.
9 is It's a Wonderful Life. 8 is Gremlins. 6 is Batman Returns. No, sorry. 7 is Batman Returns. Sorry. 6 is Die Hard.
Yep. I like Die Hard, actually.
Yeah, I know you do, yeah. 5 is Love Actually.
Okay.
4 is Home Alone 2.
Ooh.
Lost in New York.
Yep.
And number 3 is The Grinch, and number 2 is Home Alone.
Home Alone 1.
1. Yeah. So, and that which leaves us with number 1 that we'll be talking
I'm
about.
surprised. Okay, Gremlins to me is more of a Halloween-y film. But I know why it's on your
It's
Christmas
set at
list.
Christmas. It's not set at Halloween.
And Batman Returns.
Batman Returns, again, set at Christmas. And it's an anti-Christmas film.
See, it's like those people that that always praise Frozen up as being a Christmas movie. It's based in July, people.
No, yet Frozen. Look, if the film isn't set at Christmas, then it has no excuse to be a Christmas movie. Even if it's just for a duration. I mean, like with.
I'm not being funny. If what they should have done with Frozen is set it in Australia, and it makes perfect sense.
Well, yeah. I mean, in It's a Wonderful Life, I mean, only the third act takes place at Christmas. But films like.
Yeah, but if it's got that Christmas theme to it.
To me, Die Hard, Batman Returns, and Gremlins, they are the trifecta of films that people argue about for generations on whether or not they are Christmas films. But, I mean, like...
You've just gone straight in. Yes, they are.
They damn right are, yeah.
But again,
I mean, look at the backdrop on Batman Returns, it's covered in snow. It's a Christmas movie.
That is nice and Christmas. Put it into the lens,
Yeah, I mean, if you can see that. I
You
don't
can-
know if
no,
you can see...
You can see that. You can see that.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is one of those things. I mean, it's just, for me, I mean, I haven't obviously made my list official, but for me, it's definitely, there's a lot more Disney on mine than there would be for you.
Disney.
But
What Christmas films are at Disney?
2 words for you: Tim Allen. That trilogy, I love.
Right.
I absolutely love that trilogy.
I've never seen past the first one, to be honest.
Do you know? I also quite like Fred Claus. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, I've seen that. Yes, Vince Vaughn, innit?
Yeah. I quite like that one.
I mean, I've got much more beyond that list of
what
10.
else? What else have I got on mine? If I had one, which I don't.
I've got Nativity.
That's a great trilogy. Have you seen all three of them?
Yeah. But
Right.
only the first one to me is really worth checking out.
See, I like the second one as well because you get David Tennant showing up. That's brilliant.
You get Die Hard 2, also a Christmas film, set at Christmas.
Yeah, not seen that one.
Miracle on 34th Street.
Oh, that's a good one.
Santa Claus the movie, and not the Tim Allen one. This is the one that me and producer man Steve like.
Again, I do prefer the Tim Allen one myself. I've just got a soft spot for Tim Allen.
That's fine.
It's just something about Buzz Lightyear.
That's okay.
You just gotta love him.
You are a sad, strange little man. You showed me that last
Yeah,
Christmas.
he puts that in. That's actually in the Santa Claus 2.
Ah, yes, I remember. You showed me the clip. So I've also got Iron Man 3, which is also set at Christmas. So it's another Christmas film.
Yep.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
See, I didn't really like that one myself. Not that much.
I didn't go much.
It was okay. It was not the greatest. Have you watched the new Disney one, Noel?
Nah.
That was actually pretty decent.
Is it animated?
It's not, but it's got Anna Kendrick in it. So
Right.
if you can stomach her, I think you'll actually have a good film.
Right.
I liked it anyway.
Okay.
Have you ever watched Arthur Christmas?
No, I've never seen Arthur Christmas.
That is terrible. One of the worst Christmas movies I've ever watched.
Right.
Worst movies I've ever watched. It was bad.
Well,
That was very bad.
I've still got a lot here. I've still got Bad Santa, Jack Frost,
Ooh, there's a film I haven't seen in ages.
Office Christmas Party,
Nah, not seen it.
A Christmas Carol, the bad one.
Oh God, no.
No, we don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that one.
Sorry. Nativity 2,
Yep.
Deck the Halls,
Oh, not sure I've seen that one.
Nativity 3,
Yeah.
The Santa Claus,
Yeah.
Christmas with the Cranks,
Not seen that one.
Jingle All the Way.
Oh, that was on telly last night, I think.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Winnie the Pooh and Christmas 2. That's a Disney one that I grew up watching
Do you
as
know,
a kid.
I might have seen that one, actually. I can't remember because they had a few Winnie the Pooh films.
They did.
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast, Belle's Enchanted Christmas. I grew up watching it. It's
I had no idea that existed.
it's a midquel. It's set in between the beginning and the end of Beauty and the Beast.
I had no idea that existed.
And right at the very bottom here, we've got A Nightmare Before Christmas.
No! Why'd you have to ruin it for?
Well, it's at the bottom.
It's a terrible film. Terrible
Yeah,
film.
but it's at the bottom, so
It's a terrible film, Tom. Terrible.
I might have to give it a rewatch. I haven't watched it in 15 years, so maybe my view might have changed. I don't know, but we'll wait and see. Next year, maybe.
Just do what I do. Just keep hating it and don't ruin your Christmas. But to be fair, watch it in November. Between Christmas and
That's
New
a
Year.
good idea. Yeah.
Sorry, between Halloween and
Nah,
Christmas.
yeah. I should watch it in September, really, because like then that way I've got a movie ahead for October month. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Never mind.
Anyway,
Yeah.
that's it. That's us done. Dusted. We are back.
Am I like? Can you see? Because the camera looks like it's at a weird angle. Am I in focus?
You're in shot.
Okay, good. Yeah, I was just worried. But yeah, guys, you can follow us on Letterboxd. You guys know the drill.
You
can
know the drill.
follow
I'll
us.
put you in centre frame.
Oh, yes,
So yes, you can of course do that. Now next week, Tommy, is big for a few reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, it's a 5-star all-rounder.
It is.
We hope, because obviously we're doing 5 stars. Is our third wheel gonna be? Oh yeah, that's another thing that's big about next week. We've got a third wheel.
Yes.
Producer man Steve.
He'll be sitting there.
He's going to be sitting there. I asked him today, and he said, "Oh, he might not be able to make it." I said, "If you do not make it, you are fired." The next thing, as well, of course, it is our last ever review of 2024. What a big one!
It's
Thank
a
you
big
for the
one.
synchronized talking. We don't do that often.
No,
do
we jinxed it.
And of course, it is an opportunity to look forward to the year ahead of 2025,
Yep.
which we are in love with. And it's my last year.
In your 20s, like me.
Not only 4 months of the year. No, last year of me giving out the
Yes,
months.
yeah. Then it's back to basics, isn't it, with me?
Well, actually,
There'll be another twist on
there's
the
a
horizon.
new twist on the horizon.
Okay.
All to be revealed in a week's time. But Tommy, thank you very much for another one. We
Always a
look
joy.
forward to next week.
No,
And
no worries.
do go and spend a little quality time with the Grinch.
Very good. Very good.
I thought you'd like that one.
I like that.
Right, you guys, see you next week.
Take care,
Till
everyone. All the best. Merry Christmas.